split, not only split stance, but split the hands as well. So this is the flat plane. This is going to look a lot like wave hands, like moving clouds. Only in the forms it's going to be with sidestepping instead of this bow stance. But again, we're just doing the same thing as before. Flat circles in the yang style manner. So the palm, top palm in, bottom palm scoops underneath, holding like you've got a large dog or a bag. One hand pulls up, one hand pulls down. We've done this with the straight stance before. Now we're going to reverse, push and smooth, push and smooth. So this is flat plane. I took this on my mobile, so this is going to be sort of inversed. This is actually my left side first. And just working that flat plane with the bow stance. Switch feet and go right into it. Take a second if you need to do that. I kind of held the stance and the arms just so you can be able to see it a little bit better. But the feet are still pushing from heel to heel, keeping roughly the same level of the head. Both knees bent, and keeping the knees and the toes lined up. Like we talked about in the other ones, looks like there's more going on because of the pushing forward and back and reversing here, and because of the hips going from straight to 45 and straight to 45. Now the shoulders and the hips stay in line. We don't want to bind up and twist in at the solar plexus and over rotate. This is actually looking a lot like we're going to get into brush, knee, and push. So that's why I wanted to do these circles and with the both hands. We're going to go into the flat plane here. There's a couple different ways to do this. This is one, splitting, wrapping in, pulling back, and opening. So you expand and bring back in and garner back in. Split and expand, garner and pull in. And the reverse of this is going to have parts that you'll see in the form as well. Now my hips and shoulders are straight. Forward and back, they're still squared off with the front. But that doesn't mean that the motion isn't still being driven with the dantian, because it is. I wanted to make sure that a lot of this stuff got shown in a way that's sort of broken down first and then building up. It's still technically going the one direction, but we're splitting it as we go. So it's almost like you've got like a mill that you're spinning around. I've seen that in movies before. Or we're reversing it here. Just making something spin and then continuing it around. Down the things that I wanted to break down the postures and the forms and then build it back up from scratch. So even if you don't actually play with a live person as a teacher at first, to give someone coming in clean the best chance possible to get the most out of the training that they can, even if they don't have a person kind of being able to guide them and tweak them in. So again, splitting again, like pushing forward, pushing back, knees and feet staying in line, shoulders and hips in line. Now we're going vertical again. This is almost like a bicycle. Hands are on the bicycle. I'm still moving with the dantian. It's a little bit harder with the pullover and the baggier pair of kung fu pants. But this is still from the dantian. It's still the hips moving and the arms are just following. But this is almost like pushing forward like a bicycle. And now we're going to reverse that. Again, things that are really, really going to show up. This especially in hand strum the loop. This is almost more, you want to think this more like pulling a rope in. Grabbing the rope, pulling it. The next hand comes underneath, grabs and pulls in.